We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with the New York Giants. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Smith. He'll check it down to Geis. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. That's just why I don't play in points per reception fantasy league.
Is that what they call PPR?
Receiver still gets a point there. Yeah. Oh, and you went that far back. No bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Olivier Vernon brings him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 50, it's Smith. Doxson with a grab over the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Smith finding Doxson that time for a Washington first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Smith on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, Smith. And an alley to run. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th.
I like his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rounding, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Shepard. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good loaded scheme going.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Into the red zone now. Manning. Caught left side. It's Beckham. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Here's Manning to throw. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now a 7-0 game. Rosas now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're not their kicker? But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Smith. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And he's got his man. That's Crowder for the Redskins touchdown. Jamison Crowder, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. To return, it's Kalen Clay. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
To throw, it's Manning. Looking for his receiver, Sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Here's Smith. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Smith on 2nd down. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Smith. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. And who's got it? The Giants.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This from 54 yards away. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got some space here. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. They stay on the ground. This time it's Stewart. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Smith. And Reed with it over the middle. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. On 1st down, Smith. They'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the reason.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by David Anderson. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. So after the INT, it's Manning. He finds his target, Beckham. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. The pitch goes to Barkley. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back deep here, Jamison Crowder. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Damon Harrison in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. To throw is Smith. Out to the left here to Reed. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Third and long, it's Smith. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. This is taken at the 23. 12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On play action, it's Manning. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Well, that's the kickstarter right there. Eli Manning finding his guy, Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah, it's a deadly combination, isn't it?
It really is, but what really makes it work is just how unflappable Eli is with his demeanor, able to maintain his calm and his poise, because we know OBJ, he can run pretty hot and get excited out there.
Sometimes just one-handed grabs for him.
It doesn't matter what it is. Just throw it up there. He'll go get it.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And you remember pre-draft, there's a lot of speculation that the Giants should look for their future quarterback at number 2 with a great possibility. Remember, Sam Darnold from USC was still on the board, but they passed on him to take this runner, Saquon Barkley. And this is exactly why. They think he can extend the life of Eli Manning's career and give them 1,000-yard seasons year after year.
They haven't had a 1,000-yard season since 2012. Ahmad Bradshaw did it then. The Giants on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Manning. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. They start on the ground with Geis. And some space here. He's got daylight. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, 87 yards. And the Redskins get the quick strike touchdown. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. As an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Manning throwing on 2nd down and bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. Manning going to try and throw on 3rd down. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Smith over the middle, complete. That's Richardson. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Smith. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It'll be a Redskin first down as Smith hits Crowder. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Smith. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. As the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
On 1st and 10, here's Manning. And this will be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Manning. And he'll get that to the rookie, Saquon Barkley. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Manning now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Manning going for the deep ball. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Manning. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now Manning again. He finds Beckham complete. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing on 1st down is Manning. And right with it here over the middle. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Rosas puts this one through. So we've reached halftime here in D. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return, Clay. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 30, 10, 5, and almost coast to coast. A great return, marked down all the way at the 2.
All right, let's get vision all the way down to the 2-yard line. The only person who has to be upset, the guy who didn't get it into the end zone. That far and no reward?
How about this starting field position? 1st and goal from 2 yards out. The toss out to Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Giants are in for 6. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Rosas now to kick this one away. On the return, here's a speedy Jamison Crowder. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. So here's the Redskins offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll hand it down to Geis. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Alec Ogletree in on the stop. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Play action. It's Smith. It's brought in by Jackson. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory. And that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on second down is Smith. Flushed out right. And Reed with it over the middle. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
On first down, this is Geis. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. On second down, here's Smith. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah,
what happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Throwing on third down, Smith. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. But I think the ball's out. And who's got it? The Giants!
Let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play. But prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
Yeah, now you've got options on second down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
On second down, they run with Stewart. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Manning now on first down. They'll set up the screen for Stewart. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, here's Manning. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And some room to work. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A huge play there on the screen pass. 42 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Back to the ground now with Stewart. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. They'll fake it. Now Smith. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. For him now on the year. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Completes it right side to Dodson. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Smith now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Smith now to throw. Flush to his right. They find some open field here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Elsewhere, a third-quarter score from NRG Stadium in Houston. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. To throw on 2nd down. Smith. And he fires one incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The Redskins on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing is Smith. And this is going to be incomplete. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle. And this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far. Big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game, exactly the formula they need. And I got to tell you, partner, I like it when you think back to something I said that actually comes true, that's actually right.
That happens more often than you might think. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And he lost the football. And the Redskins scoop it. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Smith now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Flushed out right. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Smith now to throw on 2nd down. Oh, no, he lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. A handoff to Barkley. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Manning to throw on 2nd down. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Manning able to find OBJ there for a Giants first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Here's Manning to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Manning now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Manning. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session, but coach, I was throwing to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Looking for Shepard. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They come out here in the I. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Jonathan Stewart, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants add on to their lead. Rosas to add the extra point. Rosas good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Rosas now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
A throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Second and 10, Smith again. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Smith to throw on 3rd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Airing one out for Crowder. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Giants are going to take over. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it. Into the Redskins. Have it they do.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here. Not done in the 4th. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Smith. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 49. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Barkley, toss play left. And he loses the football a second time. Into the Redskins have it, they do. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card. The handoff comes to Stu. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And, Brandon, this is where it pays to have a big back who can take over a football game, especially in the fourth quarter when you've got the lead. Your ability to not just wear people down, but close games out.
Here's a give to Barkley. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
It's an 8th loss of the year, and that one cements the fact that they're not going to reach their goal of finishing over 500.
And that's too bad because they really pressed for it. You know, they gave it a heck of a run, but now they've got to find out who's going to play hard down the stretch and still try and win ball games.